Greetings everyone, General Roastrock reporting in, and there has definitely been a lot going on in my short 5-day absence. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for this amazing boost in subs over this tiny period of time. We have since quadrupled my total sub count ever since my last video I've uploaded. And for that, I'd like to personally thank Hexa for actually trying to get my name out there. Two videos he shouted me out in. And I love the fact that he actually had criticism for his first one. I love the fact that he was actually trying to rag on me a little bit. Like, I actually have something to fix, which I clearly do. Obviously, I'm still working on the voice. And the more I work on the voice, the more people will be able to accommodate to it. But it'll just have to be tweaked. Like, let me try something right here. Alright, how about that? That sounds a lot better, right? I'm just kidding, I wouldn't subject anyone to that. Also, I'd like to thank Ultraviolence, another complex LCA player, who said he was going to give me a shout out. I imagine it's one of those 3 videos that he's uploaded recently. I haven't had the time to watch all of them because they're very long videos, as complex Doom videos should be. But I'm sure he did. I trust him. And it's just things like this that make me feel like this is one of the best communities to just open yourself up to. Having this kind of support just feels amazing coming right into the game. So, today, we are here because Daedalus has crawled out of the woodwork and has just updated Complex Doom. That's right, we now have Complex Doom version 27. And there is a lot that I need to go on about this game for. It intends to keep updating as well. There's going to be quite a few updates to come along with this. There's been 2 just to this version alone already. A couple of hotfixes that would correct some errors that have already happened. One of the errors I remember being fixed was something that I really wanted to show off, so I'm not sure if I'm going to switch versions like mid-game to really explain what was going on there. But I will give all of my thoughts as whatever comes along. I'll play through a couple levels. Well, actually, I don't think I'll even play through a couple levels. I'll just do entryway, get to the part outside, and then that'll be a good area to test everything. Got it? Got it. But first, before that, I want to check out this new menu. This is mod stuff. This actually has a lot of these specific complex Doom settings in it. So, first of all, gameplay options. There's a couple of these things that would make it a lot easier if you're just playing by yourself and not on a server. Enforced pistol starts. I know many people, including the big heads, Hexa and Ultraviolence, they love to do the pistol start challenge, so I guess this was to accommodate to any of the people like that. Shared keys is obvious because, well, multiplayer, obviously we have to have the server, so not everyone has to have the same key or go through the same path. And then always drop is no longer a console command that you have to input. It's just something you can access from the menu. These 2, on the other hand, map placed ammo pickups respawn, and player weapons ignore other players. That seems a bit familiar, doesn't it? Couple of complex add-ons that you might recognize. Let me give you the names. Just Ammo and No Push. Both have been incorporated into the main thing now. Now they don't have a job. They put it out on the street because Complex Doom V27 has that covered. And I'm not going to say they're stolen because I don't know what kind of transactions went on for that. But it is very strange just seeing them actually in Complex Doom and not just something that has to be tacked on, so good on you for that. And next is, this kind of bothers me a lot too, because now there are several more keybinds that you have to set up for some of the necessary items. Specifically the Mighty Boot, Activate Upgrade, and Demon Form binds. Now the Demon Form I'll be getting into a lot later, but the Mighty Boot, why? We have fists. We have a fist that did random kicks, and that was completely fine. That was completely usable, had no problems, just trying to get that random chance, because the risk and reward were definitely balanced out for that. Kick does a lot of damage. So, I don't understand why it's just a separate button now, because you can still kick with just the fists. But now it's combos. It's combos, and that it's kind of disgusting. I don't know why it would be combos, because the idea of just comboing after picking up Berserk And I imagine that'll do somewhat similar damage until you get like further down the line with the heavier punches and such. It doesn't make sense. I was completely okay with just random chance. The give and take. But I don't even think I've used it yet. I'm glad I've just binded it. So I actually get to try it out on something. But that and the activate upgrade I will also be getting into. And that only adds on to all of these binds that you could have for the items, including the 3 new items, the Rejuvenation Kit, Demon Rune, and Drain Artifact that are included in this version. No one is going to have a keyboard with this many free keys so that they can have all these items bound to something and they have them at their disposal. No one. Not a single person. So having them all like this, I understand that there's going to be a couple items that you might need, like obviously power skulls or various health items you could reach to very quickly. You don't have to bind all of them, that's the thing. But having them all there makes some kind of lack of completion in all honesty. It's a personal take for me. But I think I've wasted enough time just going through the menus. We're going to actually be able to shoot something now. And yeah, I'm already bothered. Let me id clip outside to the left here and show you this thing. This wonderful thing. So every time you switch to the pistol, it loads the clip and pulls back the hammer. You see that? A nonsense little bit of a quarter second? Quarter, maybe a half second of a brand new animation that's meant to slow you down. And I remember Chainsaw Melee saying something in the comments. He's the one who really wanted me to do this review, by the way. Shout out to him. He once told me that statistics and technical things don't matter. As long as he got to get to shooting demons, he was happy. Well, this is specifically here to keep you from shooting demons from that tiny amount of time. Because it would be so much easier to just get the pistol out, because as you can see, I can't shoot while this thing is loading. Only when it's fully done am I able to shoot this thing. So that's just specifically to cut off some time that you could be shooting. And it's not just for this weapon too. Let me just IDFA so I can show you the rest of the guns. It does this for many other weapons too. Let me show you. The assault rifle, you have to pull back the hammer. Grenade launcher, load it up. Rocket launcher, load it up. I think every plasma gun variant too. Yeah, railgun loads, demon tech rifle loads, plasma gun loads. It's nonsense. And now that I've been thinking about it, actually, there's one perk in this game. Yeah, we're starting to introduce perks now. Yeah, welcome to New Complex. There's a perk called Quick Draw, and that might be a perk that removes those ridiculous loads for the guns. So you basically downgraded your guns to make your perk work better. Don't worry, we're only getting started. Because, see all these zombies out here? These various types of zombies. There's plasma gunners and there's rail gunners. I like that, though. I like the fact that there's a bit of a wait time. You can see the laser sight on the railgun before he shoots you with it. I always had a problem with those guys catching me off guard. But what you're about to see, let me go ahead and turn on always drop. That's not it. And there. So since plasma gunners and railgunners are armed with plasma guns and railguns respectively, let me just shoot a rocket in there. Yeah. Now plasma gunners and railgunners drop their plasma guns and railguns. So if I were actually playing this and not just cheating to get some of the weapons so I could show it off, I would have a railgun at this point. And this level would be nothing. It would be absolutely nothing. And I think this change applies to every single zombie variant too. Except the chain gunners. Because the chain gunners are still just bullshit entirety. But yeah, every zombie variant you kill, you'll be able to get their guns. And if you don't believe me, I'm sure you don't. If you don't believe me, give me a second to spawn this man. Yeah. There we go. Get away from him for a second. You see? BFG zombie men now drop BFGs. BFGs! Full-blown BFGs can drop from zombies now. Something Realm 667 was giving you access to. So basically, if you want to be like Hexa and cheat with the always drop, you have no chance of getting a balanced level. Because you will have some of these extremely powerful weapons from extremely basic enemies, and I'm seeing a lot of new things from the imps right now that I haven't even explained yet. Let me try and get this one to launch, because imps now can launch like so. I've hardly ever seen the imps lunge, and I really don't think it's too much of a necessity. Now you just clear out this room and hopefully get onto the just looking overs. There we go. Yes, the phase imps I think are now a little bit bigger, and they drop this thing, which this right here, this is a weapon upgrade. Complex Doom has also added weapon upgrades into the mix, and each of the top tier enemies drop a different upgrade. I'm not sure if it's every top tier enemy though. I'm not sure if the zombies do. Pretty sure the zombies don't, but every other enemy does. So the phase imps upgrade, it makes your pistol fire full auto. Just holding down the mouse. Which really saves the trouble of having to click the thing a lot and pray that you do it in the right time so it doesn't just lag out, like slow down really bad. So I'm not sure how I feel about the upgrades yet. There's a lot of stuff that may just not be necessary. I think the perk isn't necessary because I think you can just load the weapons like a normal person instead of pulling back the hammer every time, but that's just me, you know? Okay. Now that I'm out here, I have a list pulled up. Got open on my phone again. That way I can actually access everything that I need to talk about. So the imp lunge I've talked about. I have discussed that imp lunge, which I don't think really adds anything different. You bring up a void imp, and I want to show you what happens here. Yeah, that's right. Void imps, I want to say don't throw the 3 balls anymore, but they do. They practically don't throw the 3 balls anymore. In fact, I don't think he's even going to now. I think he's just going to make me wait for too long, piss me off, and then I'm just going to shoot him with a grenade. That's what's going to happen. Come on, throw your spread. Why does it take you so long? Why is the chance so short for a void imp? Everything that made you avoid it is gone. Your voidness came from your triple shot. And now it's practically not even existent. Why is it so little? Why is the chance for it so little? Okay, I'm done. Can't stand that there's no triple shot. The void imp is dead to me. Alright, next up. Devils are pretty fun. Devil's attacks, I don't think they do the, well, first of all, there's that. They have a charge shot, which does decent damage for an imp ball. And then they're, if he'll do it, he hardly ever does his regular homer now. There we go. His regular homing shot no longer does the wavy thing to peer around corners, which is strange. Something to get used to, definitely. I'm not sure. I want to say I love that change because I usually hate the fact that they're just waving back and forth, but the waviness kind of had a strategy to it. Because if it waved one way and you dodged to the next, it'd be easy to get around, even in tight corners. But, I don't know. There's a lot of this that has to be experienced firsthand. Like, I can do so much, I can show so much technically, but if you really want to see this, you might just have to play it. I don't know. Now the phase imps, they have their normal ball, and then they have that thing, which is basically a mini Demon Eclipse Devastator. It's a ball that flies slowly at you and shoots lightning. I want to say not in all directions, but just towards you. It's not really that hard to dodge. Especially compared to how the Devils and phase imps usually stack up. And yes, he still drops the pistol upgrades every time. I never got to explain this. You see this thing? That's Demon Tech ammo. That ugly little ball right there. Demon Tech ammo. Demon Energy. Oh no. I don't like it. Why can't it just be ammo? I love the way the boxes look. The mag for this Demon Tech rifle and the Demon Tech ammo box, those look good. Those look like genuine, like, Hell Harvest energy. They actually look like something that could have been extracted from Hell and just stuffed into a UAC box. I don't understand why you changed that, so Alright, next up, the D-Tech Fiend got some major reworkings as well. So mostly he's the same until you drain him to about, I want to say, half health. Then he starts trailing fire, which hurts you. And as you can see from these little sparkles, he's healing himself. Yes, this thing can heal himself now. We have a self-healing monster in Complex Doom. Ugh, self-healing in every one of Complex's submods, like LCA, random mods, that's bad enough. But this man's self-healing, it's practically unnoticeable because it's so little, but just the fact that he does it just agitates me. So the Demon Tech Fiend drops the upgrade for the Assault Shotgun. I don't like that sound at all. I'm sorry. I want to stay subjective on the sounds because it's a personal preference. I can't really just judge that like I could judge like a Demon Tech Fiend healing himself. But I do not like that sound at all. The Assault Shotgun upgrade, though, turns the ammo into a drum. So you can drum load it, have up to 16 shots, which is an immediate ammo upgrade. And when you reload it, immediately loads everything. So that one's actually pretty useful. It actually feels like the, I want to say the old Assault Shotgun was like that. I don't remember a lot of old versions of Complex Doom, in all honesty. Okay, let's see what's next. Gotta scroll down this list. Right, the new Spectres. Almost forgot about the new Spectres. So, the Spook is gone. The Spook has been scrapped. The, nearly invisible Fiend is gone. In his place, we have what is basically the Spectre versions of the other two Fiends. The Magma Fiend and the Demon Tech Fiend now have their own Spectre versions, so... Magma Spook. Yeah, that doesn't make the name much better, in all honesty. It still has Spook in it. I don't really need to show anything about him because he's practically the same. There we go. And then I think this one's kind of hard to spell. Spectral. It's really hard to type with this notepad, but let me set this off to the side. My list is getting in the way, stopping my production. So here's the Spectral D-Tech Fiend, which is exactly the same thing as the regular Demon Tech Fiend. Down to the fact that he can heal himself. And I should have shown him healing himself while he was invisible, making a really bright trail of fire that you could easily see, but okay. So he drops one of the most unique upgrades, in my opinion, for a weapon. He gives you an underbarrel grenade launcher for your assault rifle that you can use by pressing the activate upgrade button that you saw in the menu. So if you press 0, we'll shoot impact grenades. And in order to reload the impact grenades, you have to press the activate upgrade button again. So I kind of like this one, honestly. It's unique. I'm not sure if it's something really enjoyable because it immediately gets replaced when you get a grenade launcher. Because they basically do the same thing, except they're not impact. But it's unique for if your level doesn't have any of not Cyberlords, because Cyberlord grenade launchers have been scrapped. Now the enemy is just them dropping it. They can't drop grenade launchers anymore, and that's dumb. Wait till you get to the enemy that does drop the grenade launcher. You will be shocked. Okay, next up is a really funny one in all honesty. Summon a default Cacodemon. And if he does it, there we go. Cacodemons can now lunge towards you. Just like the imps can, except they fly. If you already hated E4M2, Perfect Hatred, trying to play with Complex, you're really going to hate it now because of these lunging Cacodemons. And if the Cacodemons didn't get funny enough, then let's bring up a Cacomental and see his changes. He'll just shoot one of these new balls at me. There it is. It's just one giant ball that then spawns these tiny little Hades spheres that do hurt you, just like poison damage. So we basically got a Barbados Cacodemon at this point. Oh, I hate these guys. So Cacomentals drop the minigun upgrade. And all this does is give you a spin up for your minigun. So you can have it spun up like LCA's explosive minigun. I think the minigun's firing rate got buffed, or maybe it's just the sound. Probably just the sound. What didn't get buffed is how many shots it fires when you click it once. 6. 6 bullets wasted if you accidentally click once on this thing. But when you spin up the barrel, it's only 3. Something that just doesn't make sense, but it's something you just have to live with at this point. Alright, next up. Okay, next up, this is the enemy that drops the grenade launcher. You ready? You ready for what I'm about to type? You ready for what I'm about to type? The Hellfire Revenant. The Hellfire Revenant drops the grenade launcher. Absurd, right? Absurd, but I'm not lying. Watch. I am not lying about this. Oh yeah, the Hellfire Revenant's missiles have now been changed to impact explosive comets with little cluster bombs in them, and they are very annoying to dodge. And if you get too many of them spawned on you at one point, then you can just see the GL Def just kind of dragging along behind you. And when they explode, they spawn fire too. Everything spawns fire at this point. Oh my god, his gore is so bright. That's another thing I've been meaning to talk about is the gore. We'll be seeing it with a couple of new enemy variants. See, there it is. That's a grenade launcher. And the Hellfire Revenant drops it. Oh, that is ridiculous. But, okay, I almost forgot about this. I didn't put this on the list, but I have to show it off because, this is shameful. Yeah, that's a regular Mancubus. The regular Mancubus has now replaced the Hectibus. I don't know why, and I don't know what good reason it could have, but Daedalus has basically whitewashed the Hectibus. And that's what I'm talking about. You see this gore? You see how terrible the new gore is. It just overlays the sprites. I can hardly see him. It's like he's drowning in his own blood. It makes everything look so bad just trying to sit here and watch it overlap the sprites that are supposed to be on the ground on top of it. New gore is terrible. Every bit of the new gore in Complex version 27, awful. It looks bad and completely unnecessary. And while I'm here, I might as well summon a Barbados and see. I think he drops an upgrade. If I can not hit my mouse wheel and actually shoot him. I also don't know why his flame looks like that. But okay. It looked like, yeah, it looked like the gas makes more sense. And that looks awful. And it's on water, too. It's just layered on top of a water flat. And it's not like you can just not do that, because he specifically made the water flats to act differently. You see the little waviness? And how they make different splashes whenever I shoot them? Oh, I never noticed the bullet. The water has bullet holes. The water has... Fuck it. So this is the rocket launcher upgrade. You press the upgrade button, shoots 3 missiles instantaneously. That's pretty fun. Oh my god. The water has bullet holes! I think I'm done with most of these monsters. Well, not yet, because I want to talk about something that has really bothered me apparently since Complex version 26, and that is offsets. I remember Chainsaw Melee was asking about offsets, and now you'll finally be able to see what offsets are. So, first of all, I'm going to summon a Cyberser. And while he's here, I'm going to ask you guys to pay attention to where his cannon is and to where the shots are coming out. Pay attention and then compare the two. Yep, that is what I'm talking about right there. Dick Railgun. Dick Railgun. Because the proper offsets aren't set to where they aren't coming out of the actual cannon he has on his arm, Cyberser gets a Dick Railgun. How unfortunate. I'm just gonna God mode at this point because I have to demonstrate this. And the only reason it's so noticeable is because of these new railgun tracers. I could have sworn I just put God mode. I didn't even type it in. I forgot to type it in God mode. You can see the missiles, the homing missiles, specifically the railgun tracers. That's why it was brought to my attention. because now it's so clear to see where the middle of the sprite is. And since the middle of the sprite is a stick railgun. Oh my god. Put him out of his misery. It must be a terrible thing to deal with when you have to take a piss. Go on. Didn't think the railgun was that weak. There we go. He's gone. He's actually gone because his feet are lost in the gore. Bye-bye. See you later. And if you don't believe me that this is a problem, watch this. Let me summon a big boy, Dark Cyber Demon. You've seen this man before, and you'll finally be able to see why it's so bad. Why these offsets are so bad if he does this. Every missile coming out of the same crotch area, as expected. But you couldn't code an accident like this if he ever does it. Just wait for him. Since you know he has a railgun as well. And if he ever shoots it, it's one of the rarer attacks. There he goes. You cannot code something that beautiful by accident. And I guess this is a good time to demonstrate the new BFGs. Because the new BFGs are dead to me. They are completely dead. Because now, they have reloads on them. As you can see in the bottom right corner, there's now a 1 below the 600 on the Demon Tech BFG, and a 5 below this BFG. That means you can fire 5 shots in this one before having to reload. Observe. Shoot him a couple times. Maybe kill him. No, it didn't kill him. And after that, then you reload. Goodbye 200 cells. Immediately just shoved into the BFG. You can say goodbye to actually trying to do a slaughter map now, because, oh, it's so bad. Oh my, it looks like you're just dipping into it like guacamole. Good lord. Oh my god. Delete gore. I might just delete gore myself if I ever come back to this, because it looks bad. It looks really, really bad. The BFG thing, it will kill slaughter maps for you, because there's no way you can just continually keep up the pace with the firing. Like so. If you have to step back every now and then, and wait on that reload, there's no way. Same thing with the Demon Tech BFG. You only get 1 shot per reload. 1 shot of the Demon Tech BFG, and this is really funny actually. Because the new ball, it looks terrible. Looks absolutely terrible. The new tracers I really like. Let's reload. Yeah, I like how Doom Guy just kind of slaps the cells in there. It's a lot more noticeable on the regular BFG. Just kind of like slaps them in there. Not like plugging them in or anything. But the new tracers on the Demon Tech BFG, I really like. I really like those. It's just the ball looks so bad, and it's just shooting the water at this point. The new tracers look good, but they're broken. They're beyond broken. They shoot just about anything. I don't even know what he's aiming at. Don't even know what this thing is aiming at. Where is it going? Just kind of making a laser in the water. But what really pisses me off about this BFG thing, and I haven't been able to mention this because I've been having too much fun with it, what really pisses me off about the BFG thing is I know exactly why this was implemented. You want to hear my theory? Would you like to hear my theory? Here goes. BFGs now reload to prevent them from being spammed in LCA. Oh my god! It explains so much, because the regular BFG 10K was already broken whenever you use any of LCA's speed-ups, and now that we have the other BFGs no longer being able to just shoot continuously, there's no way to continuously spam them like so. If you're new here, then know one thing and one thing only. Daedalus hates all these add-ons to his mod. He hates LCA, he hates all of LCA's add-ons. He thinks it's just one big cesspool of incessant jerk-offs trying to impress each other. Why have to disagree just nothing more than that? And after you realize this, there are so many things that it's easy to tell that were implemented just to break compatibility with LCA. For instance, look at the BFG 10K shots. What are these balls? Folks, why? Those look awful. Those look absolutely awful, and it's just to make a new decoration that the BFGs fire that is not compatible with LCA. I mean, look at this thing. It's the Captain Crunch launcher. Oops, all green. But, you know, I think this might be for the best, because I know that Legendary is not going to be updating LCA for version 27. He said to me, he was going to be doing nothing but version 26A2, which is what I've been playing on for Scythe, and what's going to be the norm for what I'm going to be playing from now on, as you can clearly see. But other than that, I don't have much more to do. There are new Archvile variants, though. Not new variants, but there's one new variant, and one that got really changed. First of all, let's show off the new Hellion, which is not even a Hellion anymore. It's just a Dark File. It's not a Dark Hellion if it's not a Hellion. It's just a Dark File. The Dark Hellion actually does this one thing that I really like, if he'll actually do it when he gets in the pain state. If you injure him... Okay, no, never mind, just go down. I have to show this, though. I can't just skip that out. If you injure him once, he will actually spawn this clone, and then dart out to the other side and try and attack you. I like that a lot. And he can repeatedly do this while you're mowing down on him. That looks really good. The next Archvile, though, is brand new, and is kind of a pain. Yeah, you read Summoner, right? Yes, he does summon. And I'm pretty sure that attack right there is meant to drain your health. Which is an extreme pain, and oh my lord, he revives everything. This is basically the new Dark Hellion. He acts the same as the Dark Hellion with the Mass Resurrection, and now he can summon enemies too. Wow, this became a mosh pit really fast. So hopefully we can just kill him first. Maybe he'll get something out of it. Maybe he'll get the new item. Yes! Give him the dick railgun. The only way to go about these things. And the Cybercruiser comes out on top. Excuse me? Okay, apparently I've accidentally activated the new Demon Rune. I didn't even see I had it. But this is what the Demon Rune does. It turns you into a Terminator, basically. And now you have an explosive minigun, which overheats, even though you can't tell when it's going to overheat. And then you have this extremely weak railgun, like... The regular railgun looks like it fires stronger than that. And then you have to switch to the left arm to use these other binds that it has, so... I think... Yes, this is a melee, which... It's... You don't even bother using it, it's too terrible. And then there's an underbarrel grenade launcher to this too, which fires cluster grenades. And it's not really that even effective. Watch, I'm just gonna spawn a Dark Cyber Demon and hold down on him with this explosive minigun. Look how long it takes for him to die. Yep, I'm still... Nope, never mind, it's overheated. Let's just smack him. I'm just gonna smack him. There we go. It took, what, 20 seconds for one of the strongest power-ups in the game to kill a Dark Cyber Demon and splatter all this paintball gore onto the wall. Unneeded, unnecessary, and kind of... I don't want to say overpowered after I've been railing on it too much, but it definitely bends the odds in your favor. If any size too small. The grenades are okay, though. I kind of like those. And I'm still the Terminator? Wait a second. Hold on. I saw the timer just tick down in the top left corner, but I'm still the Terminator. Are you serious? I'm still the Terminator. Everyone else is seeing this, right? I'm not just tripping out. Alright, just maybe if I kill myself, then I'll be able to respawn as myself. Or no, I can just immediately turn back into a Terminator. Why? Oh. Never mind, It must be something I've broken with IDFA. That might be it. There's a good chance I've broken something with IDFA that does something with weapons. So just disregard the Terminator part. Just only accept it as my explanation as to what the Terminator is. And speaking of Terminator, it ruined my reveal for the new Baron variant, because that's what it is. It's Terminator. Did I spawn a tilde? I can't see if that's a tilde or not. It's not a tilde. Great, I'm gonna have to go copy-paste that now. Alright, give me a second. Okay, we've just managed to spawn this new Terminator, so it should work now. I'm pretty sure this is going to work. He has a dick railgun too. They all have dick railguns. That is a really slow-shooting explosive minigun for some reason, so this Terminator basically has all the weapons that you just saw me use as the Terminator. Except for some reason this one's really slow. I do not remember it being that slow. And also coming out of his dick. Okay, I don't have any ammo for anything. Okay, turn me back into the Terminator. Disregard this part. I've clearly broken something by typing IDFA. So I can just slap him now. And one-shot him with the slap. Okay, as long as he just disappears into the blood like usual, that's fine. Alright, now I'm properly going to show off the Terminator since that one went so poorly with my IDFA. I should have it fixed now. It all should be fixed because I've just taken off every weapon I had and just restarted the level. So this is the Terminator. I'm gonna go ahead and God mode on so we can show off what he has. There's the impact grenades that cluster bomb, like they're supposed to. The railgun. I actually don't think the Terminator has melee, despite one of the binds being for melee. In all honesty, he's not terribly hard, especially for a Baron variant above Cybruiser. One that doesn't even have rockets. And I'm pretty sure he has a lot less health than even a vanilla Terminator, too. Yeah, just 1750. Let me just... I should just give myself a BFG and take him out pretty easily. There we go. End this. Absolutely nothing. I can't get over that! It looks so bad! The gore has to go. If anyone's going to take this mod seriously, the gore has to go. It looks terrible. Oh my god, this thing pisses me off so bad! Because there was so much that could have been done. There have been so many just simple improvements. We need some additions and not just fixes, but no, we have to have model death gore. That just has to be implemented, right? It's a necessity, right? We want to be Project Brutality, right? Project Brutality's doing pretty well. Why not just try and do everything that's doing? I mean, we changed the sounds for about every other weapon to sound more like it. Look. Pretty sure that's how you spell it. Okay, maybe it's D-Tech. Oh, forget, we haven't always drop turn on. Let's just kill a zombie for it. There we go. Get out. Listen to this thing. It's the exact sounds for Project Brutality. Like, clearly, there was a lot of inspiration coming from somewhere to come back on top. Okay, that's most of the problems I have with this mod. Let me show you some of the good things, some of the things I really like. First of all, I'm going to summon the regular imp so I can show off. Every one of the monsters, almost every one of the monsters has bright maps on them now. And bright maps are basically just sections of the sprite that can be attached that make part of it glow, basically. As you can see, just like in Project Brutality, I don't want to even mention that again, the imp's eyes now glow so you can see them in the dark instead of just having the thing go full bright. And nearly every monster has that. I don't think the Cyber Demons have them, and I don't think the Spider Masterminds have them, but everything else does. I like that. I like that a lot. And if we go back outside so I can spawn Demolisher, and then just MPK it, you can see it now spawns tan gips. Just like the Spider Demolisher should have. The same color as its brain. And I think that is the fast draw perk. It looks terrible. It looks terrible. Okay, let me put my suspicions to rest. If I pick this thing up, will I no longer pull back the hammer? Will it basically negate the downgrade that my weapons have got just from updating? Time to find out. I can't. Can I even pick it up? I don't think I turned the clip off. There we go. Oh no, it just puts everything down really fast with a really funny whoosh sound. Listen. Whoosh! Fuck you. Oh no. No, who's gonna use that? Who's gonna have the chance to use that if it drops from just a random demolisher and to actually have it be really useful? Because you basically just made up for the time that it takes to load your weapons already. You basically just stretch the time out and then cut it off with another add-on. This hurts. This hurts to look at. I gotta hear it again. One more time. Oh. Delete it. Just delete it, like seriously. I need a drink, hold on. Okay. So I like the bright maps, and I like the Spider Mastermind games, but that's about it. Sounds are subjective, gore is terrible. A lot of the changes are strange, some of them good, some of them bad. Kako Metal specifically bad. Oh, I didn't even show up the bomb elemental. I mean, I don't think the, it's not really that special, but it's something to ponder over. Yeah, I didn't spell that right, don't worry. I'm just having a hard time typing in general tonight for some reason. I thought I had ITDQD turned off for some reason. The Mana Elemental has a chance to spawn this one projectile if he ever does it again. There it is. This weird comet thing that throws out these tiny little lava projectiles. And whenever they explode, I'm pretty sure they make every Rictus infight with each other. So if one of them just touches it... I've seen it happen before. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Are you serious? Look at all those things. Yeah, pretty sure that's how you do. You have to... You can shoot the ball when he shoots it out, and then it'll destroy it. Like so. And, yeah, there we go. He also explodes into his own custom gives. Yep, there they are. So the fact that there's been detail put into the Gibbs, that's cool. I like that. That's probably one of the only parts of the gore system I actually like. Everything else is just hideous. And really just makes me have to stand aside and look at it. In absolute awe of what's going on. But what can I do? All I can do is just pick up these orbs. And look on in disgust. So, I'm pretty sure that's the majority of my thoughts on Complex Doom. Let me just close out the game so I can have some time to collect my thoughts. It's definitely turned into something that's just not my thing. And I know why a lot of this was made. I know that he just wanted to extend off in his own direction and make something that just wasn't base LCA fodder. I understand completely. And I think this is definitely the best possible timeline we could have existed in, because now Daedalus can have his Complex Doom, and we can have our LCA added on to Complex Doom. We both have our own separate mods now, and that's great. It's a dream come true for everyone. I think it's great. There's certainly some people just wanting to tear into this thing even more so. I recognize all of the work there's definitely been a lot of work going into that, and I can appreciate it. But after I say that, there's just not much more that I can put into it. So that's Complex Doom version 27, basically. Even with all I've said about it, I still suggest to check it out if you're a longtime Complex fan and still haven't heard about this coming out. Because I believe you might either really like it, because there's just some things that I don't like, it's just not my thing for mods, or you might get a real kick out of it as to what it's done to your mod. But until next time, this is General Roast Rock signing off. Stay violent, everyone.